Alright, you saw the title. We're doing it. First things first, this is based off of last season. Okay? I can't base this new season. I haven't even played a game of Crucible, done a strike, I haven't done anything. Anything. Um, but yeah, so like I said, this is based off of last season. That's all there is. From what I know, this thing right here, this thing is OP. I have not tried it out yet, so we'll see in a minute. But I'm here to talk about the good, the bad, and the best things about Destiny. So, let's start off with the bad stuff. The bad stuff, we're going to start off with the sandbox from last season. I hated it. I hated last season's sandbox. Like, it was so annoying, dude. To just have somebody repeatedly beat you with Suros or Hardlight. When you're using something like a hand cannon, dude, and you're just getting flinched out of your scope so you can't even kill them. It was dumb. It was dumb. And you sprinkle a little bit of lag in there. You're a god, dude. Like, it just, I don't know. I feel like last season was meant for people who try to drown fish. Like, it was stupid. Like, it was just such mindlessly shooting Suros and Arantil and Bastion and Summoner and Hardlight the whole season, dude. Like, and then you had your apes. I was an ape. I had so many shotgun kills last season because I couldn't win primary fights because I didn't mess around with Suros or any of that. Like, I used it. I don't like using meta weapons. Now, I'll use them. Don't play with me. Like, I will use Suros, but I don't like doing that. I liked using Thorn and spare rations. And yeah, those are my thoughts on last season's sandbox. And that's pretty much it for PvP. I mean, you know, the trials, I wasn't the biggest fan of how they did the system of trials. I liked it because you get the guaranteed loot, but at the same time, I really missed getting, you know, the chance to get whatever you want from the 5 armor, or the armor win, the weapon win. So I think they should go back to that. 3 weapons, or 3 wins is weapons, 5 wins is armor, 7 is whatever, and then when you go flawless, you get an ornament instead of the 2-week lasting glow on your chest and all your armors. And you get an armor piece and an adept weapon. I don't know why they got rid of adept weapons. I'm not really sure, but that's okay. You know, they're getting there. They're doing a good job, and for their first season of bringing trials back, even though they didn't do it as good as they could have and should have, it was still a pretty good season. You know, they brought in some nice looking armor, which I really appreciate because all my characters were looking rough. And yeah, so that is one good thing they did, is they did a decent job with trials. I think it's in between of good and bad because of the system of how they had it done, and like punishing players. Like, I didn't get the cloak, which I'm very upset about. I never got the trials cloak last season because that first weekend that they had it out, which was the 3rd weekend of trials, I believe, the amount of hackers that weekend was ridiculous, dude. And I don't want to sound like I'm bad at the game or like I constantly accuse people of cheating. That weekend was stupid. I want to say Bungie panned like 200,000 players that weekend. That weekend, not that week. That just those 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, they banned 200,000 people. I saw that somewhere. I don't know if that's true, but like, it was dumb that weekend. Like, you couldn't play 3 games without getting DDoSed. And that weekend was when this whole Wardcliff thing started, where you could just shoot Wardcliff across the map, like thousands and thousands of rockets directly at people. And I didn't run into that on console. I know it happened on PC. I watched a video of it on PC. But like, there was just so many people cheating. And the second time the cloak came out, I wasn't able to play that weekend. And then this past weekend, I also didn't go flawless. So, you know, I really don't like that they like basically put a fence in front of being able to complete your full armor set. And I know that happened to a lot of people, not just me. So I know how it feels, man, if you didn't get to cape this or any of it. Like, but that's, you know, that's my little rant about trials. The last bad thing I really have was the lack of PvE. And coming from a mainly PvP player, I mean, that might sound crazy to you. I enjoy my PvE though too. And I know all the PvE players were leaving because this past season was so dry. that they just couldn't stand it. Like there was no new raids, no new dungeons, no new strikes, anything like that. And I feel bad for the mainly PvE players because they don't want to go into trials and get slapped, and that's what was happening, and that's why a lot of people left. Um, and that's like I said, like there's not much bad with this game. There's just a lot of improvements they could make. The good parts about Destiny, this from the sunsetting thing going on, where they're like putting a cap on weapon light. I like it. Okay, I personally like it because there's a lot of good guns out there that don't get their time to shine, if that makes any sense. Like this gun right here, Dire Promise. This is a really good gun. This is a really good gun. But because things were like Thorn was one of the best hand cannons in the game. Dire Promise is a really good hand cannon, but it didn't get its time to shine because I had stuff like spare rations. I'm just trying to think of hand cannons here. Not Forgotten, Waking Vigil, Luna's Howl, the common hand cannons. But then, yeah, okay, so it's got some competition going, right? Then you have things like Suros, Hardlight, Aerentil, Bastion, like those guns right there, Summoner, those were ruining the playstyle in Trials, and it was ruining letting weapons like this make an appearance. And I think weapons like this, the Scholar is a really good gun. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating. It is a really good gun, but because ARs could kill you in the same time that the Scholar could, it didn't even make, it wasn't even a competition. You're gonna go with Suros every time, and you sprinkle in a little bit of lag with Suros, so that spinning up instantly charges. You look like a god now. And yeah, I mean, so I like the sunsetting. I think it's gonna be hard on a lot of players. I'm gonna miss my damn stompies. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna miss them. I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't think the sunsetting is in full effect this season, but I know we're gonna miss a lot of guns. But I'm glad to see some of those gone. Um, Another good thing is, they update their raids and all that to the current light levels. I don't know if they did that this season, but they did that last season. They brought up all the raids to the current light levels, which was nice. Um, Bringing trials back because they listened to the community. Um, and they're listening to the community. The response isn't the best, but they are responding. Like when they saw that hard light was broken, they did something about it. It took them a while, but they did something about it, and that's the point that matters. Is that it might take a while for them to do the things they do, but they're doing it, and that's the important part. Like I said, some more good things. There's a lot of good things. I'm just trying to name like the major ones. They did good. They did good with all the cosmetics last season. The ornaments, all of that. I really liked it. In my opinion, I thought it was some of the coolest ornaments we've gotten. Another good thing is with the Trials armor, they allowed you to use the old Trials of the 9 ornaments on it. That's cool. Like I said, there's a lot more to name, but I'm just gonna name a little bit. And the best thing about Destiny, in my opinion, the best thing about it is the potential. This game has a lot of potential. A lot of potential for improvements. It's dumb, dude. And they have a good development team. They just need to put them to work. Okay? Listen to the community more, respond to the community more, and do it quicker. And this game could be really good again. Like, it's a good game still. You still got a decent amount of players playing it. But I guarantee you, if they just listened to the community and responded faster, it would be going. Like, if Hardlight was nerfed like the second weekend, that would have made people stay more often. That would have made people want to play Trials more. If they would have done something about Revoker, there was a lot of guns that were just busted, like Aerentil, Bastion, Revoker, Suros, that were just ruining the fun of Trials. And if they would have done something to readjust the weapon or something, and there were some exotics out there, Antius wards, just saying, those were annoying. Worm Husk, and the Warlock arms that give you insane amount of reach. And yeah, that was that was annoying. But there's always gonna be those annoying weapons. I just rather it be a fun weapon, you know? Like this thing right here. This thing looks like it's gonna be annoying, but it also looks like it's a fun weapon. And grenade launchers also, they're not really easy to use. So I would like to see some weapons like this that are the OP thing of that meta, you know what I mean? That meta weapon. I want it to be something that's not super easy to use like Suros or Aaron Cell or anything like that. I want to see something that like this. I'm thinking this is gonna be it right here. It's such an odd weapon for it to be OP that it brings some skill back into the game because with Suros and all that, you didn't have to be good to win one-on-one engagement fights. I lost a lot of primary engagement fights due to the fact that people were using Suros and all these OP weapons. And they were fun for the first couple weeks, but like the whole season, man, metas get old really quick, guys. Like that was one thing that I noticed. Like these metas are getting old very fast. So I would like them to do, and I know a lot of people would disagree with me on this, I would like them to do a Sandbox update halfway through the season. So, if there's something that's urgent that needs to go, like hard light, okay, let's let's get rid of that. And then halfway through the season, we do a Sandbox update. We tune down Suros just a little bit. Revoker, I think its perk should have been changed to a chance, like mulligan, but like a better mulligan, like a higher chance. Let's see what else was annoying. Bastion, nerf the range on it. The impact, I don't know, something. And same thing with Arantil. And like Fell Winners. This gun's really good, but the consistency of it is horrible. Like the consistency of this shotgun is absolute doo-doo. And I really don't like that because I like shotguns. But yeah, the best thing about Destiny is the potential, the community. Like the community behind Destiny is toxic. My English is bad, bro. As toxic as this community can get, like with toxic trials players and stuff, we have a really good community behind us. The Destiny 2 community is really good, dude. Like the fan art and all that, not the fan art, that's not what I'm thinking. Concepts, like the concepts of exotics that people, like that fans of the game want to see put into the game, is like, it's like there's people like drawing and making concepts of exotic weapons and exotic armor to put in every week. Like people submit a lot of stuff that's really cool. Like in D1, that's where Graviton Forfeit came from. That's where this mask came from. Somebody made, now in D2, it looks the exact same, but the concept for it was just a little bit different. It was basically all black with some purple eyes, and they made it this instead. And it was almost like you give your homework to your buddy and tell him to change it up a little bit. And that's what it was, because the perk was pretty much the exact same. And I was so hyped when this thing dropped. This is one of the coolest looking exotic helmets on the Hunter, or exotics period, to be honest with you. Like, it's such a cool one, and I'm upset that it's not super good, but it's it's still cool. I don't care, you know what I mean? But that's gonna wrap it up, guys. If you guys want to see a part 2 to these, and I'm gonna start doing, this is gonna sound crazy, a Destiny 2 tutoring video, where I just basically I'm gonna go through on each character, and I'm gonna show you guys how to get in and out of situations on each character, Hunter, Warlock, Titan, each subclass, and I'm gonna start doing that weekly. Those are gonna be my weekly uploads, and I'll put other stuff up too probably, but the first one I'll probably do is Hunter, and I'll bring in different situations, so I can give you like situational things to get in and out of, and just basically my knowledge put into a video to show you guys how to get better at Destiny. I'll make actual videos if you guys want to see it on how to get better at Destiny, strategies, other games you can play, and yeah, other stuff that you can do to just get better at Destiny, because I know everybody wants to improve, and that's everybody's goal, is just to be better the next day than they were the day before. So, like I said, I hope that this video, you know, brought some light into what you guys are seeing as far as Destiny goes. Um, and I hope that these next few videos I release on how to get out in situations on each character is I hope it helps y'all, cause that's really what I'm doing it for. Cause I don't like giving away my secrets now. You know that. I like to have my advantages, but I also wanna help people get better at the game. So you know what I mean. But thank you guys for hopping in the video. This is not a very good video. It's just me ranting and complaining, pretty much, and talking about the good stuff as well. But I really felt like I needed to put this out there. I know it's not gonna get a lot of views, but you know, the few people that I can touch on it, you know, if they enjoy it, then that's all that matters to me. Um, yeah, I'll be making that. I might actually, to be completely honest with you, I might make the situational things tomorrow, possibly tonight. I might record it tonight, but yeah, I'm gonna. That's gonna be, let's see, 9 videos at least. If I do one for each subclass, and if you guys want it, I can do it for each tree in each subclass. And if you don't like each tree, but I'm just gonna start off with each subclass first, and I'll go more in depth on all that later. But once again, thank you guys for hopping in the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.